All right. We are back. We are back. It's Sunday, January 31st, 8 o'clock. That means it's active funny time. What's going on, Tyke?
Hey, what's up, brother? What's happening with you, man? You all right today, brother?
Doing all right, man. Doing all right. Had to go ahead and put the queen up there with a little moment of silence. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Cicely Tyson. She was a legend. She's an icon. And but yeah, man, caught everybody by surprise. You know, she just put a book out. So rest in peace. Want to give her a little, give her some flowers while we on here, man. What's going
Absolutely,
on?
man. Absolutely. They say she had just had her interview like 2 days before she died about the autobiography, and wow, we lost an icon. I know in your field, acting, that had to hit home to a lot of people. I'm trying
Yeah,
to understand is Kimberly Elise, is that her daughter?
no. I just saw a lot of people started her trending because if
Mm,
anybody's gonna play her in a biopic, then she would be
the
the
one.
closest person to it. But I don't know. I don't think that was her daughter.
Okay, okay, okay,
But yeah,
okay. Yeah, I saw that, man.
she kind of favors her for real. But yeah,
Absolutely.
man. You know, I think one of like the earliest movies I remember watching, like with the older folks in my family, was that movie Sounder. Uh,
Hmm.
and then later on, you know, she came with the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman. So yeah, she's a monster
Oh, absolutely.
in the black acting sphere, and acting in general, performance in general. Uh,
Hmm.
you know, I think it didn't hit with the same punch that it, you know, maybe a Chadwick did because, you know, she's 96 and we understand
Yeah.
that that's a very full life. But like you say, she had just had, or she was just coming out with her memoir or autobiography. And so she was
Mhm.
still, you know, living life to the fullest. She was still
Right.
having projects and things like this. She reminded me of my grandfather. My grandfather lived to be 90 and up until the last, you know, month or two, he was living life on his own terms and just, you know, doing his own thing. So, we understand sometimes things happen, but yeah, just
Yeah.
she lived a
A
great
great
life, man.
lady. Yeah, I know her from, of course, the Madea movie, when she did Madea's, I think it was Family Reunion or something like that. And
Yeah,
then I knew her, and that was great. But I remember her from Roots, dog, to take it all the way back to the people that's over 40 in the room here. Definitely, the younger folks might know her from Madea and a couple other things, but I know her from Roots, bro. And
yeah.
that's just always been amazing. Also, we lost man last week, Hank Aaron, uh, Major League Baseball icon.
Hammer.
He Henry Hank Aaron from Mobile,
Yeah.
Alabama. Uh,
A lot of
uh,
people don't know that's where MC Hammer got his name from. They said he looked like Hank Aaron, and Hank Aaron's nickname was Hammer and Hank, so he shortened it to Hammer,
Absolutely.
and that's how he got his name. Little known black trivia.
How about that? Hey,
Henry.
Marie Marie, how you doing? Yeah. So rest in peace to Cicely Tyson and Hank Aaron. He set the record originally with 715 thousand. Hold on a second.
Yeah,
700 and there you go. 715. My battery was trying to leave. No devil, you won't win today. So I got charging up. Yeah, 715 home runs. He led the major leagues for a long time. Barry Bonds now holds the record. Of course, him and Mark McGuire went at it that big year, and Sammy Sosa and all of them. But those were sent scratch. Besides Barry Bonds beat his record. But Hank Aaron, great guy. It wasn't from COVID or anything like that. They say he died of natural causes. Uh, great guy. He endured the racism and segregation and of the '60s,
yeah,
playing in Atlanta, of course.
yeah.
So I love him. I love Hank Aaron because his son was actually one of the baseball coaches at FAMU and tried to holler at my auntie and got me an autograph. How about that for a memoir? Got me an
Oh,
autograph picture of Hank Aaron, and she ended up marrying another guy. But I was always Larry Aaron is one of his sons. Larry's son, Larry's fan. I tried to push him up to marry my aunt, but she married the other guy who was cool too. But I really wanted to be Hank Aaron's grandson. You know,
I know, right? That would have been good.
kind
That
of
would have
sort of
been a little footnote.
cousin grandson kind of sort of. That would have been a great story to tell. Yeah, it's all good.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, what a great time. What a great weekend. How did things go for you over the weekend, bro? What did you do this
Oh
weekend?
man, I just did a little business with the audition taping and just basically had a nice, chill, coronavirus free weekend at home with the family. That's about it.
Hey, that's good, man. I had to go to Tallahassee, of course, and attend the funeral of my aunt. It's always good to go home,
You got
man.
the same aunt that you was just talking about that you was trying to get in with?
No, 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 no.
Oh, okay,
My,
okay.
my aunt Pinky, man, I gotta send her love. She actually died of the COVID, but she was strategic in South Georgia, flipping Georgia blue. She did a lot of work for Stacey Abrams. She was the one knocking door to door, making sure people in Albany, Georgia, in Moultrie, Georgia, Boston, Georgia, all those little bitty towns people never heard of, making sure they got out and voted, making sure they was registered to vote. So they actually did a nice story on her on MSNBC, and it basically put together her whole life and how she lived a life of service, man. And we lost her. But my aunt was great. And one thing I found out, when people pass away, you read their obituary and all the highlights of their life. She was actually the high school at FAMU High, Florida A&M University High School, man. FAMU High School. Uh, that's right. Go Rattlers. She was Baby Rattler. She was actually Miss FAMU High. I did not know that.
Okay.
Yeah, my aunt was Miss FAMU High 1969.
You
So
think it
shout
was
out.
the John back in the day, huh?
Think it was the John, man. I'm telling you that. So how about this? So I got one aunt. I got four. My mama has three sisters. So one aunt was Miss FAMU High, and my other aunt was Miss Florida State, 1971, I think it was.
Wow.
At
Okay.
the time, all the black people voted for my aunt, and of course, the white vote was divided with all the people. And she was the last Miss Florida State. I think it was 1970 or 71, because at that point they did chiefs and princes.
Okay.
They didn't do queens anymore.
Okay.
They changed up their format to the homecoming queen and class queen. But
Okay.
yeah, man, just great times after the funeral, of course, and visiting with friends. I don't know if I should jump into this relationship question.
Well, let's while we're waiting on our guests, we'll start with our topic,
Hot topic.
the title for tonight. And just in case you guys have not caught on or haven't seen this story yet, so this is near and dear to us Florida boys because I'm sure we both probably grew up on this. But the heiress to Publix, the
Okay.
well-known grocery store here in the Southeast that really started out here in Florida, Publix. The heiress, so I guess that means she's the daughter of the people who started Publix. She
Okay.
was found out to have donated quite a bit of money to the rally that turned into the insurrection riot, or if you want to, or the domestic terrorist attack, however you want to label it, that happened in D.C. So now people are like, cancel Publix, boycott Publix. And so we put up there, what we boycotting now? Because listen, I can see if it was like the CEO or like, they put it in Publix name and all that. This was the actions of one person. So you're not going to sit up here and ask me to give up that Publix, them good subs and them good buy one, get one free deals at Publix, that good produce that ain't got flies been crawling all over it. So I'm sorry. Y'all gonna have to do a lot more to get me to give up Publix.
I'm gonna need some more research on that before I give up Publix. I'm with you. We're gonna need to see some more evidence that she did it. Yeah, boar's head meat is amazing at Publix. I like the tea, Publix sweet tea.
Listen, that Sausalito
All of
boar's
that,
head
bro.
turkey, that tavern ham, man, listen. You can go in Publix and have something different every night of the week.
Yeah. Publix real. Publix chicken always good. It's fresh. It's hot. They make the chicken for you if they want to. Publix definitely. If I wasn't like, I'm a diehard. One of our other grocery store in the South, Winn Dixie. I'm a diehard because I used to work there in high school and college. But uh, Publix was always a little bit expensive. But once I became a decent credit score and I could shop at Publix, I love Publix too, dog. I love it too. And Publix was actually the first person I see that mixed their lemonade. They actually sell, it's called an Arnold Palmer, but they had their own blend of the lemonade and sweet tea.
Yeah.
Besides the Arnold Palmer, they had their own blend. It is amazing.
Hey.
The mango lemonade. Publix always doing something, you know what I'm saying?
Mango, key lime pie, man. Y'all better leave Publix alone. We got some guests coming in here. What's going on, James? Calls are holding
What's
up.
up, James?
We taking all calls. We got taking all calls. We bring them in a little later. What's up, Shane? On there, Shane? Yes, sir.
That fried chicken.
I got a couple stories I'm gonna tell y'all about some Publix fried chicken. James says, "What can we have besides Publix?" Exactly. I'm not going to McDonald's. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Yes.
So I used to work at Publix. Okay. So I used to work in the deli where they sell the chicken, they make the subs and all of that stuff. So back in the day, in order to try to get over, what I'm saying, keep the clock rolling, get your overtime, stuff like that, we wouldn't take lunch breaks. So what we do, we have our own little group back there. We watch out for each other. We go and we make our own sandwiches, and we go in the freezer and eat the sandwiches, so we didn't have to clock out. So I've been getting, I done gave Publix a bunch of money. I done got over on Publix a little bit. And the fried chicken, they do make it fresh. They hand bread it fresh, just like it looks like. But at the end of the night, all the chicken that y'all don't buy, we like divvy it up and take it home. Because if not, they throw it away. Back in the day, I don't know if they've changed this, but back in the day, they didn't have the little charity thing to where people come around and pick it up and give it to homeless and people like that. So we would try our best to take it and give it to people or take it home ourselves. But you had to be slick about it. You had to put it outside by the trash and then drive around the back
and get it. Oh man. Hey, bro, I so commend you. I wish I'd have known you back then because that chicken is very good.
Right. And I like it. I don't know about y'all. I like when my chicken sat a little bit and then sat and kind of got steamed up, let that coating get hard and crunchy after a little bit.
Crunchy. Yeah, man. I learned that secret in let's see, Joni said.
Let's not forget that Publix is a significant employer in Florida, so the hurt is if they have to lay people off. That's right. So you can't take the actions of one person out on the whole company. And in a pandemic, man, people need their jobs. So just punish her. You can try to, do what you got to do. And so people going to do what they want to do with their money regardless sometimes. Because if we all boycotted everybody that did something we didn't like, we'd have to start growing our own food and stuff like that. Because there's a lot of people that going to do stuff you don't like.
Right. And then, which brings me to another subject. So are we still boycotting R. Kelly?
Were we?
Come on now.
Did we ever really?
But they stopped playing him on the radio and all that. And I know he's been allegedly guilty of all that. I ain't seen the tapes. He's still locked up. But the music. I still like the music. But did it come from a terrible place?
Listen, man.
Can you enjoy it?
Listen. We talked about the chicken earlier. Y'all didn't care about how they killed them chickens. You just want the chicken when it's done and when it's fresh. So we ain't worried about that.
Right. So I can listen to R. Kelly. I can still get me a Publix sub. They took the trick to the Publix subs, bros. They got a bread that's not actually in the thing there. It's more like a bagel type bread. And you say you want your sandwich on that bread, and you get more meat, and you get 4 pieces of bread because it's smaller, but it's wide. So they said in order to make you a foot long, they got to give you 2 pieces, and you get more meat.
Oh, wow.
That was a hack.
Shane says we did that at with Dixie. So, Shane, you worked there with Dixie. That's right, man. We got to survival. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I worked on the truck at Winn-Dixie, bro. I can tell you now, I had to deal with the beer man. I had to deal with the meat man because all the produce and stuff pretty much came separate than all the canned foods. And but I got the charcoal, I got the Hawaiian punch, all that stuff come on my truck. So they had to come see me too. So we was always trading off.
Yeah, Naomi says you buying Mr. Pillow. I don't even know what Mr. Pillow makes. I just heard of this guy because of the truck. I wouldn't know a Mr. Pillow from Mr. Dillo. I don't know.
Yes, My Pillow. Are you gonna buy the My Pillow? That's funny.
What about Nike? You talking about because of the sweatshop stuff? That's all I wear is Nike.
Bro, that goes back to American made. We don't have enough. You know what I'm saying? And the last president did so much trade with these other countries. We don't know what we finna get now, bro.
Yeah. And to me, that's kind of like that's kind of a China thing because of the protections that we have in America, they sent those jobs over there to China because it's cheaper. So that's capitalism. So if you don't like that, you don't like capitalism. See how that is? But that socialism over there allows them to do the people a certain way. So we don't like that either. It's all about, everybody trying to find their own way to get over the system. We eating chicken in the back of the restaurant. Nike sending jobs over there to China for cheaper rates, which,
Yeah, it's a win-lose situation. That rotation is still heavy in my automobile. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Oh, R. Kelly, of course.
all
All
12
12
play
play
boycott.
boycott. You can't boycott that 12. You can't boycott 2 or 3 of his albums. I still listen to him right now.
So here's the thing.
I have Alexa play it right.
How do you boycott your own memories? Because the music is the soundtrack to your memories, not his. You know what I'm saying? Everybody remember where they was when them songs came out. I think I've told the story on here before. I got my first girlfriend dancing to R. Kelly's song. So I'm not thinking about what R. Kelly was thinking about when the song came out. I'm thinking about what I was going through when the song came about. I don't know about y'all.
The sound went out.
Well, you hear me now?
I can't hear you.
Can't hear me? Can y'all hear me in the
Yeah,
comments?
the
Tell me if y'all
sound
can
went
hear me in
out.
the comments. Can y'all hear us?
Let me see. Mic on.
Can y'all hear us, Johnny?
Yeah, my sound went out. I'm gonna leave and come back.
Yeah, go out and come back in. Somebody said it.
Can you hear it, James? Yeah, I can see you, but I can't hear you.
Okay, go out and come back in. I'll bring you back in. So yeah, basically that's what I'm saying. So you can't boycott every little thing. Every time somebody make you mad and want to cancel out something. You know what I'm saying? I could see if it was a company conspiracy, like the company decided to do something, and then you decide, okay, we don't want to be a part of that because they're participating in this. But if one person does something you don't agree with, you can't now take that out on the whole company. Because like you could put that on any one of us personally. If I do a movie and one of the actors says something I don't agree with, does that mean nobody should support the movie? Meaning they're not supporting me, they're not supporting the director. You know what I'm saying? Take that up with the person that pissed you off, not everybody involved and the whole company. Let me see if Tide is ready to go.
There you go.
How about now?
Yeah, I got you now.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Everybody say Johnny Sage can hear. Marie can hear. Shane
All right, so
can
everybody
hear.
got.
All right,
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, I'm back. It was just me then. I don't
Hey,
know
so you
what
look better now. You got cleared
now.
up. You look clear something up.
Thanks, James, but I'm dating someone.
No, what I was saying, and then I'll pass it back to you. I was saying that in the case of R. Kelly, the memories that go along with the music belong to us. So, like, I think we talked about it on the show one time. You know, I got one of my first girlfriends dancing to an R. Kelly song. So when I hear that song, Seems Like You're Ready, that's what I think about. I don't think about what R. Kelly was thinking about.
Yeah.
So does that work the same way for you?
I'm a bump and grind guy, and I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump. I can't sing, but whenever I hear that, that's like in my rotation. If it's going down with me and I'm having a little company or whatever, I'm playing some R. Kelly, bro. I'm playing Life Jennings. It's in my rotation. Life Jennings, R. Kelly, Raheem Devon. Always set the mood. You can never go wrong. Right? But yeah, you're right. You can't erase the memory of R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
And then he did boom, 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 just like those bass lines, and it's etched in your.
And we also got to put out to the fact that a man hasn't been convicted of anything. Maybe if he was convicted, we might feel the same way. But right now, we just got he say, she say, and an old videotape. And I understand that the videotape was a little extra.
But I allegedly a friend of mine saw the tape, and it actually did have somebody that looked underage, but it also had grown women on the tape too. So I don't know how that goes. That was a long time ago, and it was a VHS tape. But
James says, but as a CEO, they have to be careful of what they say. Now that I agree with. In this particular case, she's just somebody that got a bunch of shares. She don't even work for the company. But yeah, CEO, that's a little different. But at the same time, CEO, if he's doing it with his own money, you can't really. But if he's doing it with the company money, that's coming from, people paying into everything and giving their support. It's a little bit different. Shane say, "What about Tevin Campbell? What happened to Tevin Campbell?
Yeah,
they didn't.
Tevin Campbell with the R&B. Yeah, he had one good song.
You talking about
set you up? I don't know if he did anything.
I'm saying I'm not familiar with. Naima says a lot of artists have done stuff. True enough, and yes, Elvis dated and married a teenager. Sure did.
Yep. Absolutely. And but he's not the only one.
Well known in Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was well known in Chicago.
That's his
We gotta
MO.
get some Chi-Town people over here that they can testify to this.
Yeah, we want some of them on here. But to me, it's like this. Most companies, major companies, donate to both parties anyway. That's smart, Joni. And that is absolutely right. And and not to dominate, just allow me to retort.
Yeah.
Because whoever is in, they want their support. So they're gonna go back and look through those files if they win and say such and such gave us money. So and so gave us money, and then when it comes time to get that favor back, remember when I gave you that money?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's and I saw that with when I was working in corporate America with Merrill Lynch. We had lobbyists coming in all the time on both sides, and they was trying to rally people to drum up money. It was fundraising, and people would play both sides, because you want to be able to go to the table with one and be like, hey, remember that time, I hooked you up with this, that, and other, and you're gonna want a favor, and then it goes to the other side. Now we've a lot more radicalized now because people are more, politicized than ever before. So people want one side more than the other, but that's pretty much how it goes. You know what I'm saying? At that level, at the CEO level, and beyond, a lot of times it's business. They're not thinking about the social impact that maybe you and I and some other people are thinking about. They thinking about getting that money, getting that stock price up, getting them tax breaks, and hoarding all the money for themselves. Just like kind of what they're doing in Wall Street right now. That's why they mad at the GameStop people. We ain't gonna get into that. But it's all the same type of principle. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you at a certain level, you trying to tilt the game to your own advantage.
Absolutely. And what I will remind our viewers here.
Nah, man, they got him locked up waiting for the trial, man. They doing him like what's the man's name? The guy that was locked up that killed himself and he never went to trial.
Manson.
What talking about?
Manson or Bundy? Bundy.
No, remember the black brother, he had a documentary out. I can't remember his name.
Oh, the one from Atlanta, child murders?
No. The guy that he was accused of something. They locked him up. He couldn't get bail. And he was in jail so long waiting for his trial. He was never convicted. He was waiting for his trial so long. All the shit that go on in jail, it just drove him crazy. He killed himself. Yeah. Wow. Brown or something. Colleen.
Okay.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
You got me on
that.
No,
Epstein. We know what happened to Epstein. We know what happened to Epstein.
Epstein. Yeah, we know what happened to Epstein. No, it's no bond. Oh, what's his name in jail with no bond?
Yeah, R. Kelly's in jail with no bond. Right.
Yeah, but this is something that, and to piggyback on everybody voting for both parties, we got to understand that over 70 million people still voted for Trump. So they was playing like, well, maybe they knew something we didn't know. After all the stuff they did, he still got 70 million people to vote for him.
Yeah.
Like, so
you don't know who's who, you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much every other person that you walking outside and seeing. Every other person could be a Trump supporter. So if you got a business, are you going to not sell something to a person that's a Trump supporter, or you going to take their money?
Right.
You're going to take their money, right?
You're going to take that money.
So if you against Trump people and you got a business, you taking money from Trump people, should people boycott you?
Right.
No, of course not. So
you watch the Cosby Show. Should we boycott you?
Right? Yeah, Bill Cosby. If I still watch the Cosby Show because of what Bill Cosby did, you gonna boycott that?
Who didn't like Fat Albert?
Khalif Browder. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. They had a documentary on this brother on Netflix. He basically was held with no bond, waiting for his trial. So he was never convicted, but he was in jail for like 2-3 years waiting on the trial, just like they're doing R. Kelly. R. Kelly been in jail since 2019, no trial, and just in there withering away. He probably ain't gonna make it to trial. He probably gonna wind up dying in there.
Damn.
Yeah, go ahead, Shane. We love devil's advocates around here. Go ahead.
Absolutely. What's the flip side? What is the flip side?
Ain't nothing but acting funny, you know what I'm saying? Nobody gonna take it.
Maybe that's all it is. Can't do nothing but act funny. Don't act funny with me, I'm act funny with you. Yeah. When I get this money, I'm gonna start acting funny.
See, back in the day, we boycotted real stuff. We was talking about voting. We was talking about rights. He's talking about being made to ride in a bus, real stuff. We're not boycotting because what somebody one did with their checkbook and talking about we can't go get no chicken. Stop it.
Right. But I'm gonna tell you a great point. My uncle mentioned to me over the weekend. He said, "Man, we was doing all this marching and singing and all that in the '60s, and now we handed it off to y'all. What y'all doing with it? Like, what's next? Like, where y'all at with y'all? We brought it to this point, and now he's like, I feel like we're gonna have to do it all over again."
Yeah, yeah. Well, conflict is ongoing, man. It will be. They'll always move the goalposts, and you're always gonna have something new to fight for. You know what I'm saying? It's like this year or this past year it was about how the police act towards Black people. It's a little bit different of a fight than what it was. It still kind of centers around civil rights and having your rights, but a little bit of a different fight. It was actually the legislation we was fighting for, marching for back in the day. Now we trying to change how everything's applied, and some of the laws that were put in place. Like, I see Shane here talking about the crime deal. You talking about Biden?
Now Biden in Arizona was only 6% of the vote.
What's your point, man? That is the majority. 60% is the majority. So what you talking about? Tell me what you're talking about in the comments, Shane. I'll put it up there. But yeah.
We gotta watch Shane now.
You fight for the change, then you get the change, and then you got to fight for the execution of the change. Then you got to fight for, and this is where people get lost in the shuffle when we talk about voting and stuff like that. Just because you vote and you get the person in that you want now, doesn't mean that when you come back 4 years later, 2 years later, whatever it is, that you should not vote. Because if another person comes in that ain't down with what you had before, to come in and change it. And you saw that with a couple of weeks. Biden went in there, he was reversing executive orders left and right because of what the last guy did. So you always gonna have that constant battle, man. And people gonna be in conflict for the whole time. Let me see what Naima say. No community. People don't know their neighbors or have investment in the communities. That is true. How many neighbors? You know your neighbor's name?
Absolutely. For me, no, I know what they look like.
Yeah, I only know
I see somebody strange in the hall. Yeah, I don't know their name because I ain't.
I don't know like
I am, but I'm not with them. But if I see them, I know who they are. I say, "Hey, neighbor, how you doing?" Yeah, hey, neighbor, how you doing, neighbor?
I see. I guess
somebody strange.
I see her.
Then I would know who would like, you don't live here, what you doing here, type thing. Just being aware of my surroundings.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess has arrived in the green room. Shall we transition to our relationship topic?
Hey, we're gonna hit the mic again.
You not hearing me? Oh boy. Technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. We will be coming back very, very soon. Let me see if I caught up with these comments. Only 60% were collected and not one. I don't know about that, Shane. I gotta, you bring stuff it's kind of old. It's too late. It's too late, brother. Jody says you have to fight the exploitation of the change. The powerful don't put laws in place, but loopholes to maintain power. Very true as well. All right.
Yeah.
How you doing now, brother?
Yeah, I don't know what this is tonight, bro. I don't know if it's on my end.
Man, that Metro PCS, man, you got to charge it up pretty good.
Yeah, I ain't moved, bro. You see, I ain't moving. I got it plugged in. I'm ready. And it's like it's been freezing. Like every 10 seconds it freezes, and then it's all good.
All right. Well, we got our guests in the green room. Go ahead and transition to our relationship topic. Now that you set it up.
Okay. Well, coming back, relationships. A lot of people are single. Speaking from a single perspective, like if you're single, how many people should you be dating? I'm gonna take it like that. Seriously, not how many people you sleeping with, but how many people should you be actually dating? Like, how many people is cool to be kicking it with? I saw some things over the weekend. I was like, oh, okay, all right.
Tell the story, man. Tell the story.
All right, I was waiting on you to bring the guest in. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
all right. I thought you were gonna tell the story, then I was gonna bring the guest in. But okay.
No, I need to see her reaction.
All right. Well, our guest needs no introduction. You've seen her here on Acting Funny many times. She's the former voice of Orlando Star 94.5, everybody's favorite host. Give it up for Miss B.
Hey, what's going on, babies? What you got? What it look like? What it smell like? What it tastes like? What it is? Hey now. I got my sunglasses on because it's bright up in this bitch. I'm in here with 2 stars. You know, I have Essex, the actor and instructor. Okay, Mr. Super Duper National Commercials and other wonderful things on movies and TVs, and then of course the king of comedy, and soon to be it for Afrotainment TV, the one and only Tightness.
Hey, baby.
Hey, what's happening?
Man, we're doing good when we get another introduction in the middle of the show. Boy, I like it. What's up? We got to do a better job of introducing ourselves.
Yeah, we got to do it. We got to. Hey, we've become humble. We got to be flashy. Getting right back to it, to the boss lady here. Perfect question for her. Being single, and I'm being single. Over the weekend, I saw one of my exes, and it was cool. Everything was great, and Shane's saying hey to you. How many people, we're not dating or anything like that, but she kind of like, we was hanging out. She's like, oh man, I'll catch up with you later. I go to check in my hotel and I see her at the rooftop having drinks with somebody else. So you just left drinks with me. Now you're going to have drinks with somebody else. How many people can you date at once? Not how many people can you sleep with, but being single, how many people should you be dating at once?
How many drinks did this woman have? Jesus Christ.
In Latter-day Saints.
Don't, no judgment. No judgment. Drinking. But did you ask her out for drinks, or you just happened to meet her while you were out?
Okay, no. I'm home for a funeral, visiting family, and she saw that I was home, and she hit me up and went, "Hey, can we have some drinks?" And I was kind of like, "Oh, okay, yeah, cool." Me and my friends was already out drinking. I said, "This is where we are." So she came and hung out. And I was like, "Oh, okay, great, cool." And she was like, "Oh, okay, well, all right, well, I'll catch you guys later. I gotta go." So we're not actually dating. It was just the fact that I saw her was hanging out, and she kind of like made it seem like, oh, ain't no good men out here, ain't nothing to really do in town, and I'm just so bored, and I'm to go home and go to sleep. Guess who's at the rooftop bar having drinks with somebody else?
How old is she?
Pimping.
How old is she, Mike?
Between 35 and 45.
Okay. She in the dangers? Well, no, she passed the danger zone. She in no man's land.
Yeah, she in the dead zone. If she at 45, she's in the dead zone, according to your boy. 35 is really dangerous. It's dangerous. Yeah. Boy, he is a mess, ain't he?
He's hilarious, man.
I don't know though. The more I listen to him, I hate to say this, I hate listening to him, but I'm addicted like crack.
He makes too much sense. That's the problem.
That's the problem. And I get so upset when these females call and they really think that they're going to beat him at his own game, and they don't. I mean, they fall. Bam! That's how I say, oh sis, please. But Mike, to answer your question, you date as many people as you care to, as many as you can juggle, because you're dating. You're trying, it's like shopping for a car. Now you don't have to, of course, like you said, sex it doesn't have to be a part of every encounter by no means, but you're not committed to anyone. And until you are, you're free to date who you choose, unless you get into a situation where it's mutually agreed upon that we're just going to focus on each other.
Okay, I got you.
So she had a right to do, to go off, to the rooftop or the basement, wherever, she wanted to go.
Women have it made. Hold on, Essex. Women have it made. There's no way in the world. Hold on, Miss B. There's no way in the world a man could go and sit down with some ladies and they buy him drinks, and then he goes somewhere else and some more ladies buy him drinks, and he's basically been eating and drinking for free all night. I've never in my whole career seen that.
There is a bit of a double standard to this, and I'm glad you brought that up, Ty. And I'll give it to you from the female perspective too. Okay, so this young lady, Lori Harvey's been in the news a lot. Steve Harvey's daughter, because people were saying like, "Damn, she's this, to that," because she's dating, and because when it comes to women, I think we automatically imply that if she's seeing a lot of people, that means she's sleeping with a lot of people,
Right.
even though it's not necessarily always the case.
Right.
But conversely, to your point, Ty, if a woman, if you were in the woman situation that you just saw, I guarantee you the woman would look at you a certain way, but like, damn, he just left me and that. She'd be like, oh, he a player and all of that. So it's a bit of a double standard from both sides. Everybody want to feel like they're the special one and they're the rare gem out of a few. But if you out there dating, then you got to treat everybody accordingly until the one person you make that decision on comes to the forefront.
Exactly. And that's just how it is. And there's a lot of double standards between men and women anyway. She dates some people. Now she's a whore. If you see her dating a lot of, like Essex says, because it's assumed, people like to presume that if you're dating different people, you're sexing different people. And when the real case might be that they hang around as long as they can trying to get some, and she ain't giving up nothing. She could be not giving up anything, and they say, hey, look, we only going on so many trips, boo-boo. We only, there's only so many dinners you're gonna get. I don't care who your daddy is. If I can't get up in there, I gotta pump the brakes and go somewhere else.
She was raised by Mr. 90 Days himself, Steve Harvey. He's talking about that 90-day rule. So you might be right, Ms. B. It might be a bunch of swings and misses in there.
Yeah. It just might be. It just might be, or some of any other kind of thing. So you date until you're done dating. And of course we all know that women control the sex, but men control the relationships.
Oh, somebody's been taking notes, boy.
I have been studying, okay? And we know this, but we don't say it. We don't put it like that. But once I heard it put that way, I'm like,
it's true.
It only took me 100 years for that, but it's absolutely true. So the opposite could be going on with her, that she's doing the sex thing, or anybody, doing the sex thing and wanting a relationship, but the man holds the reins on relationships. If a man doesn't want to be in a relationship with you, baby, you're not getting in no relationship with him. It is not happening.
Fact.
Not happening.
Facts.
Now he might fake. You might get a synthetic relationship with him until he's gotten all of the sex from you that he wants, or he's found someone else more interesting. So he might play the game like you're in a relationship just to get what he wants.
Yeah.
But if he's not wanting a for real relationship to move forward with you in a commitment, you're not getting it, because the man controls that hands down.
Yeah. Joni says she thinks Lori is catching heck because she dated Diddy and his son. But did he? Because, oh, look at this. Did he, not did he, did he, or did she, I should say, because all we got was pictures and a bunch of gossip. We really don't know what happened. They was just photographed together and people made assumptions. And just like they did with this, the only confirmation of a relationship is she just recently did was with Michael B. Jordan. Everybody else she was just taking pictures out with. So that's just like, okay, if I go to a red carpet and I put my arm around a woman, I take a picture, and somebody goes to a blog site and says, oh, Essex O'Brien is dating such and such and such. No, I'm not. I just took a picture with her. You see how shit starts? You know what I'm saying? So it's like you really don't know till you know. And people, like you say, they'll put that on somebody without knowing the whole story.
Without knowing anything.
You don't know nothing.
You don't know any truth at all to it. If you're not in the room, if you're not a participant, you don't know. It's all hearsay and assumptions, and people need to mind their damn business. You know, as bad off as Black people are in this current economy, who has time to think about what some little celebrity chick is doing?
Right.
You know,
Right.
I know I missed out on the earlier conversation about Publix and the boycott and all of that kind of stuff. That's a waste of time.
Yeah.
You know, that's a waste of time. You know, don't do that either. The kind of things that we need to be concentrating on, we're not. But of course, we are always interested in the dirt and the juice and what makes
Always.
it so, exciting. We want to know who's doing who, and we want to know how it is and all of that stuff. So, both of those things are going to always exist. But I say, hey, you date until you're done.
Yep. And that's why these blog sites and these gossip sites and all these YouTube videos are blowing up, because people are always interested in that. You good, Ty? You lost it again?
Bro, I don't know what's going on tonight, but we gonna make it happen.
It's all good.
Well, that's the joy of doing what we do and doing it the way that we are doing it. And, so it's a small price to pay for the freedom of being able to do it on your own. You think back 20 years ago, you had to be in the studio like you are in now, tight. You had to be able to build an Afrotainment TV complex.
Yeah, exactly.
In order to have a platform where you could express yourself. And well, we just didn't have that. And so now we have the luxury of this. And so we take it with its little bit of flaws. It's all right.
Indeed. Such a queen. But
I was saying, baby, we just date until we're done. You just do it until, do it till you're satisfied. Yeah. You just
What's your max load though? Both of y'all, since y'all saying, what's your max load? How many can you juggle at the most?
I'm gonna be honest with both of you guys. Like, once I start sleeping with somebody, like once you become intimate, then I kind of cut everything else off and I try to make it fit. I've always been like the boyfriend type dude. Now, if I ain't really sleeping with nobody like on a regular basis, then my max load may be 3, because it can get expensive trying to go for drinks all the time. Yeah, it's definitely a big difference.
Hell yeah.
And that's the thing about dating. You have to have money to date, both men and women, because I need to be able, I need my hair to be a certain way. You want your presentation to be a certain way. And if you're going out with somebody all the time, that's a lot of outfits and a lot of hair and a lot of putting on makeup and all of that good stuff. And so it's an investment in yourself to be dating other people. And especially for the man, like he said, like Tite said, there's dinners and drinks and concerts and all of that kind of stuff folks want to go to, and they ain't looking to do no splitting. No, they don't want to go Dutch.
Yeah.
Dutch. What language is that?
And you modern women don't want to go to McDonald's and Burger King either, so it's a whole nother realm.
Wow.
Well,
yeah.
I'll say this.
Here we go.
And I told this to, I said this to my co-host, Peggy. What's up, girlfriend Peggy? I didn't even have a chance to tell her I was going to be on tonight. I had so many crazy things going on. And, but I said this to her. There's certain things that you will do, or certain exceptions you will make for certain men. Based on their looks, based on their swag, and based on their male package. If you've been exposed to their male package, what the hell is the matter with you, Tight?
Hey, how do you get to see the package before the date, Miss B? What are you doing over there? What are you doing?
Oh my God.
She saw the package before the date.
No, what I'm saying, if you're dating,
I know.
once you date, go out a couple of times or whatever it is, or you actually have sex with this person. I mean, there's just certain exceptions that you're gonna make.
No, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and put your blast with me because I watched y'all show. You and Miss Peggy y'all talked about a package check. Y'all literally had a break. I'm gonna let you break this down.
Shut up. Okay.
I heard you.
All right. Shout out to my girlfriend Peggy. We do a show every Wednesday night live at 9 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube. It's Raw Talk, RAW Talk, Real Ass Women Talk. And one of the real ass women things that we were talking about is doing a package check on a gentleman who has an interest in you. So once he starts talking about sex and the kind of, that he wants to have sex with you and what kind of sex do you like? And, I handles mine. I like to stand up in that thing and all of that kind of stuff. Well, let's see.
Now,
okay.
Now y'all get away with it.
You want the 1, 2, 3 breakdown? The 1, 2, 3 breakdown is I need for you to get somewhere comfortable and take it out for me. You take it out for me, whether we're in the car or you have to go, or if we're on the phone, or we can do any of the kind of ways of Facebook, Messenger, any other method of looking at each other live. I need for you to take it out. And from beginning to end, I'd like to see the entire process. I want to see it when it's just comfortable. I want to see it when it's at full alert because it's looking for me and it wants to show me who it is. And then I want to see what you do to make it happen. Okay, I'm trying to be nice for y'all. Mm-hmm. I want to see it from beginning to end. I want to see the flag go up the pole, and I want to see the fireworks go off. Swoop, swoop, ski, ski.
You want to see the blue pill in a glass of water too? Goddamn.
Hopefully you don't have to have a blue pill in a glass of water because that has an expiration time on it.
4 hours. That's right. Yes, we got 4 hours.
Okay. So, wow. That's a package check.
Wow, man.
That's a package check because folks be trying to trick you. They be trying to trick you. They want to get you all wrapped up in the emotion because that's how we are as women. We have to be emotionally tied to even have an interest to do that. So you've been talking to me, you've been taking me out, you've been doing nice things for me, and I'm feeling this kind of connection and everything with you. But I got to, Lord have mercy, I got to put on my strongest reading glasses, and I have to look. I'm like, oh, were you in an accident or something?
Hell no.
What had happened?
Hey, tight. So, okay. Hey, the men got to have an equivalent. Okay, we got to have that confirmed to know that we're going to get somewhere with you.
Yeah. We
No, we ain't speechless. We just had to hear this craziness.
No, we wasn't speechless. We was just being respectable, and you got to let the queen speak. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. Definitely, we have a check also. 9 times out of 10, it's the check after the bill. And I say that to say this, and I know it's going to be in a jovial manner. Yeah, if you order French fries, then I know we friends. But if you order steak, that means sex. So that lets me know where you hit it, right?
And if you order lobster,
right, then you know what it is.
3.
Yep.
You know what it is. With me, I always, just me personally, I don't want to give away my secrets, but I want to make sure it hear no evil, see no evil, say no evil is always my thing. Yeah. So if you're not talking crazy, I don't see you doing anything crazy, and I don't hear about you in the streets, I think you're a good person. Those are my 3 checklists, partially. And then if you sit at my house or wherever we may go, and you smell fresh, like you got a scent, like you know what I'm saying? If fellas know what it is, they got
just
the test thing.
You mean just overall? Just overall.
Yeah, overall fresh, but then this one too. The other test of time.
Okay.
I think our cues are more nonverbal from y'all, unless y'all just totally comfortable with yourselves and you know, very outspoken. A lot of y'all cues are nonverbal, so we don't necessarily get to check the thing until we already know we about to get it. But y'all kind of let us know, even before sometimes the date starts. You kind of let us know, okay, you play your cards right. This date thing is just a formality, you know, and it's gonna wind up where it needs to be. Cause y'all, when y'all really into it, y'all send that cue.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And they say that most women know within 5 minutes of making contact. 4 is 4?
Oh no, my thumb. I couldn't get my thumb on the back.
Okay. Because you know things are moving faster. It's 2021. You know we're on the cutting edge, and things are happening real fast. So I thought maybe you know it had got cut down a little bit, but within
no. That's
within the first few minutes, a woman knows if that's going to eventually happen or not.
Yeah.
And you know, and it will unless he says something that just really messes it up. Yeah, he's you know. So yeah.
Hey, no worries. No worries at all. I've learned a lot this evening.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've learned a lot.
So happy to be of service.
No. I'm good. I don't understand guys who send pictures of their private area. I never understood that.
Oh, I understand it perfectly.
No, I think he's talking about the ones that send it and they ain't had no relationship with the girl at all. They ain't met her, they ain't talked. And I see that on social media all the time. Guys just sending random dick pics to women they ain't even kicked it with.
Right. And they DM.
Because they know it's a numbers game.
People are knocking down shots. You know what's funny?
So you saying that you send your dick meat to a certain amount of women, one of them gonna want to jump on?
No pun intended. Somebody gonna bite.
Yeah, but then you got the rest of them screenshotting your ass and putting you on blast, getting you put.
Well, as long as your dick is representing, who cares? And see, most men who would do that are really comfortable with their penis. And like I was saying about the relationship thing earlier, the way you talk to a man that has a lot of penis as opposed to a man who doesn't is different. Men with a lot of penis, even if they ain't got no teeth and no money, they still have a certain kind of attitude, a certain kind of swag that they just will not allow, you know, a female to handle them any kind of way. They'd be like, hey, you know, what? You know, so, but a man who has insecurities about that, he presents differently.
I have heard it said that things that a man can say to a woman that would offend her is different from what a man can say who she's attracted to.
Very much so.
When a man is not attracted to her, it's harassment. When a man that she's attracted to, it's a come on.
Yes. It's a compliment. We'll say it's a compliment. Yeah, yes, most definitely. So you know, that's just how it goes. You know, just like the women who are ultra fine, you know, who have a figure like an hourglass. You know how they are.
They get away with it.
They go, you know, and if you neat in the waist and pretty in the face, then it's all about you. If you have the only thing that will mess them up is a stinking attitude, an ugly attitude. But if she's ultra fine, you might ignore that. I'll ignore it one time if I can get over there and just see what's going on. You know, if I can just have a little taste, as they say.
Let me find out Kevin Samuels done converted you. Well, they talk about that man like a dog, and now they like, well, you know, now that I listen to him.
I'm sure he wouldn't agree with a lot of things that I say or how I feel. And, you know, I'm out of his age demographic. So what he's talking about doesn't address me directly.
Right.
But what I have found out is that I am in the dead zone and I've been in there for a long time. I didn't even think about it like that. And it's more it can be more challenging, but I think a woman's mindset can overcome all that. You know, we know that the odds, what the odds are, the older you get. But men, they're never in the dead zone.
No. Well, and you got to keep in mind, he's talking about, you know, getting married to men of a certain caliber. So you've
Yeah.
already been married, so you kind of lived this life that a lot of these women are out here still chasing, and he's trying to get them to understand, you know, what they need to be doing in order to be more attracted to that, in order to get married. So yeah, he's not really talking to you, Ms. B, but
No,
you can still learn a lot. You can still learn a lot because he's talking about, you got to think, what does that man want? And how do I now get into his mind so that I can be more of an option for him? And I think that works no matter what age you are. It works for men as well, because he's talking about, hey, man, be your best self, make the most money you can, be in shape. You know what I'm saying? Be an upstanding person. He talks that too, but he's smart. It's business. When women are your audience, the men follow. It's just like Tupac used to say, you make the songs for the women, the money's going to follow, the men going to follow, because men follow where the women go, because that's how we hunt. So it just makes a lot of sense.
It really does. And I did all of the things that he's telling them to do. See, I was, it was my intention while I was in college that I was going to find my husband, and I did. So I did that early. By the time I was 27, I was having my first baby and married and in a home. So I did everything in order. Now, just because you do everything in order doesn't mean it's going to last forever. But for me, it lasted a long time. And then by the time I was out of it, I was in the danger zone. And now I'm living a happy life in the dead zone, getting myself prepared for the next man, for the man who I'm gonna ride out with. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is. Hey, man. Great show.
Great times.
Great show.
Well, thank you always for inviting me.
Hey, no problem. Hey, tell them about your show again and how they can follow you and catch up with everything.
Yes, well, it's Raw Talk. It is an adult relationship show that I do with my best friend, girlfriend Peggy, and we talk about men, money, sex, everything to do with dating and relationships. It is by adults, for adults, with adults. We do it on Wednesday night live on Facebook. So follow us at Raw Talk, RAW Talk. Like and follow us there, and then you'll be able to see the broadcast. And then also on YouTube, Real Ass Women, because that's what Raw stands for. REALAS Women, Real Ass Women Talk on YouTube. And we'd love for you to join us on those platforms and talk to us about what's on your mind and what we're talking about that night. So we'll see you on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
All right. That's what's up. Thank you, Miss B. We appreciate you.
Love you both like madness.
Love you too.
Miss B.
You a nasty, dirty dog. I'm gonna whip your ass when I see you. And I'm gonna charge you for it. Good night.
All right, good night. Tight, you got something going on, brother. Tell them about it.
Hey man, as always, bro, hit my page, Tight Mike Comedy. This Saturday, got a clean comedy show online of the World Youth Ministries of Tallahassee, Florida. You can go there, click the link, and it's free. And they're just asking for donations. Myself, Gina G, and my man Dwayne Burton. Of course, the 13th of February, we with the Deltas, the alumni chapter of Delta Sigma Theta in Daytona Beach, raising money. And then February 18th, of course, my 20-year comedy anniversary. All week this week, man, if you're a Comcast Xfinity user, hey, there's the anniversary Friday right there. Tickets available right now. It's about 45 tickets left for this event. TheImprovorlando.com. Hurry up and get your tickets. Hurry up. We're only selling 200 because we're COVID friendly and COVID safe. We're not filling up the room. We're having the space. All right. Each and every night, you can catch me Monday through Thursday. The late night with James Young, the lowdown with James Young, late night talk show on Afro TV, Afrotainment. television, channel 1623 on Comcast and Xfinity, and executive producer of Funny Not Famous, which we're looking for people to come out and be in the audience. Live television show. It's live taping every Tuesday night. We tape a comedy show live for TV. Come on out and be a part of it. Go to my page. Also, you can get the link for that for the free tickets for that. Hype Mike Comedy and Mike Randolph page. Thank you, bro. What you got going?
No problem. Well, I forgot to mention earlier, I did get another booking. So I'll be traveling to Atlanta, Georgia next month to shoot a feature film, as well as a pilot the following month up in Birmingham, Alabama. So hopefully you guys will be able to see that probably in the summer or in the fall. Other than that, man, if you got any actors out there, please hit me up. Doing my audition taping at the Bailey School. Get your coaching, get your taping, and hopefully we can book you some roles out here, commercial, television, film. I do it all. Other than that, brother, it's been a great week. I look forward to seeing more from you, and we appreciate everybody that joined us in the comments on YouTube and on Facebook, and we're going to see y'all next week at 8 o'clock.
Hey, thank you guys so much. See you soon.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.